Hey, we went to Jeep Beach this year, and one does not visit the vendor area and not find something that you absolutely need. For the last couple of years, I've been looking at these hinge things that you put on your freedom panels so that you can just flip your freedom panels backwards and not have to undo those knobs. If you've ever taken freedom panels, you know that these knobs that are behind your head, man, they just seem to twist and twist. This company called EZ4x4 makes just such a hinge for your freedom panels so that you can just undo the latches on the front and they flip back just like a hardtop convertible. So today we're going to install these panels in the backyard and show you that anybody can do this mod. Let's take a look at what's inside. Well, I can say right off the bat, they did a pretty good job on giving you stuff. We have information about their manual and all the parts that go into that. The template, the hinge plates with the 3M adhesive, and then these are the locking tabs that go on the back. They're hinged, just like that, and those go on the back also with the 3M. So there's a couple things about this kit that you want to know. One, it's supposed to be a very easy install. Two, they supply you with the wrenches and tools needed for the job. So they come with instructions with a QR code that you can get step-by-step instructions. It even comes with a drill bit. It also comes with a canister of tape primer. This is what you're going to use to prime the surface where the 3M tape goes. So they recommend a few extra tools. One, a Phillips head screwdriver. Two, some tape. Painter's tape works fine. A tape measure, because you need to measure out the distance to the locking clips. Paper towels, not that much. Lacquer thinner, got it at Walmart. A ladder. And lastly, a drill. Two options. You can attach these with nuts and bolts through your hardtop, or you can just use the 3M tape. We're going to take a look to see which option we're going to go. Inside your envelope, you're going to find some cushion tabs. They're going to go on your top to kind of cushion the back when it's open. Plus, we have what they call a automotive adhesion. All right, welcome for the install. Now you're probably going to see a little bit of shaking because I'm going to be up on top of the Jeep. But we're going to start with laying out the panels and finding the notches, just like that. That's going to go in there. This is your spacer right in the middle. So my panels are going to go right up against that, and this is going to go right up against that one. And basically, once you've got it laid out to where they're going to apply, you should check these little notches to make sure that the notches line up. This one looks like it needs to come down a little bit. Every top is a little bit different, but there is a little bit of leeway for you on these. Let's get the other side. That marks off the area that we're going to clean because that's where the adhesive goes. So move those out of the way. Move your template out of the way, and we're going to begin to clean this top. Don't skimp on this step. If you don't clean it right, the tape may not adhere properly. Now do that 3 more times. Once you got everything lined up, the next thing you're going to do, you can tape down your guide. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to lift these up, and we're going to make one last final check to make sure that the application area is clean. Then you're going to pull these tabs gently and and that will take the 3M tape off. The tape is off, and now it's ready to apply this to the roof. You literally just drop it down, then put some pressure on it. Now the tape is off, drop it down, and apply some pressure. You take the tape off at this point. One last check on that again. Just like before, drop it down. My stickers came off really pretty easy. But if you have a problem, you can get a little knife and push down on the tape if you want. Make sure you remember to put the activator on. Well, before we drill and put this in, we're going to go ahead and put the back latches on. To do that, you're going to have to flip your tops backwards. You have to clean it off just like you did the rest, and then use the activator and put your rear latches on. All right, next up, we're going to put the bumpers on. The bumpers are inside that envelope. They're small square tabs, and they're going to go on your ridge. They're going to go on top of these ridges, and they're going to go about 24 inches from the seam. Three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. They gave me 6 tabs, but I have 7 ribs. So I think I'm gonna skip the middle one for now, and I'm just gonna put 3 here and 3 there. And once you got the tape off of it, bring it to your 24-inch mark, put it down right about the middle, and put a little pressure on it. Go to 24 inches. Come to your 24-inch mark. Put it down and apply it. Last one. All right, once you've got the bumpers there, the next thing you want to do is flip your lid back. So start with the driver's side. All right, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the rear latching hinges. This one right here is got the rubber piece to the back, and it's got a little concaved area, tapered, angled. That's your driver's side, and it's going to go in here, but it's going to latch somewhere to where this locks it down. Take your tape, make sure it's where it needs to be, mark that area off. So mark that area off. You want to make sure that this is not resting on the ridge at all. It's going to sit in here. They said about halfway. Once you have it marked, then we can go ahead and clean that area up really good. We're going to flip the top back, but let's go ahead and set it where it belongs, and let's go do the other side. You want to clean a little bit past the area because this is actually going to rest up a little bit into there. Take your lacquer thinner, clean it, clean the other side. I'm happy with that application, so I'm going to peel the backing off, and then I'm going to set my hinge down. So the next thing that we have to do is drill the holes for the bolts. Now, I've heard some people who didn't do that. If you don't want to drill it and you're putting a lot of faith in the tape, which is probably good, but for safety measures for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the bolts in, and that does mean drilling through your top. They are self-sealing bolts, so you shouldn't have an issue with water. But if you have a hard top anyway, you know it's not exactly always watertight. I put a sheet across the top right here. This will keep any metal filings that come off the drill. It'll keep them from falling down inside the Jeep. Inside the bag, there's the wrenches that you need to tighten that up, but there's also the drill bit that you need. Holes went through. All right, you can see where it came through. Now, the short plates get the short bolts, and the long plates in the front on the Freedom panels get the longer bolts. Just get a 10mm socket. You don't want to turn this end, but just use the little torque wrench to hold it still, and once it starts to compress that rubber ring, that's tight enough. Well, drilling for the back is going to present an additional issue. The sound bar is right underneath the drill holes. So in order to get to those drill holes, I'm going to have to lift the top up a little bit, which means I just got to undo some of those bolts, and then I can pry the top up. To To get the top off, you just gotta undo these mounting bolts. By the way, never ever over tighten these. You will make the bottom part break loose, and then you will never get them off. Well, I've had the freedom panels in for almost a month and a half. Haven't had any issues. So right now, let's go ahead and open this up, get you an idea of just how fast it is to open one of your freedom panels. And just like that, it's open. We live in Florida, and in Florida, it can be beautiful and sunny, and then instantaneously we can have a monsoon for about 20 minutes, and then it can be sunny again. So having the ability to open and close my freedom panels quickly and easily, and not have to store them in the back, is a definite plus. I went with bolting them in, so that way I didn't have to depend totally upon the 3M tape. Next, it's just a great way to enjoy your Jeep even more and more conveniently by having the hinges on your freedom panels. EZ4x4, thank you very much